Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Navy Lark with our 3 stars, Stephen Murray, Jon Pertwee and Leslie Phillips. Anyone connected with the crew of HMS Troutbridge has to get used to coping with the unexpected, even if they don't like it. Back from her extended leave, WREN Chasen is alarmed to find a dangerously cheerful Captain Povey in his office. That could only mean one thing, because a happy, laughing thunderguts never did anyone any good.
Come in, come in. WREN Chasen. How nice to have you back. Such a beautiful morning, too. I've got 'em.
I was beginning to think you had. Perhaps a change of air might...
No, I meant I've got those layabouts in Troutbridge at last. After all these years, I've just realized my mistake.
You joined the wrong service.
Exactly. No. I was about to say that in the past I have always relied on Sub-Lieutenant Phillips or Chief Petty Officer Pertwee to provide me with enough evidence to break that shower up. Now, what I've just realized is that in most cases, it hasn't been Phillips or Pertwee that's got them out of the muck. It's been Lieutenant Murray. I've underestimated him far too long.
Oh, you're absolutely correct, sir. Mr. Murray is extremely bright. Always accepting his sense of humour, of course.
No, quite. At least Lieutenant Murray hasn't tried to sell me my own office desk as Pertwee once did. And, unlike Mr. Phillips, he does know his way to my office without having to ask 85 people en route.
Well, Leslie gets confused.
So do the 85 people.
Well, what are you going to do now, sir?
I'm going to change my attack, WREN Chasen. If I can get rid of Lieutenant Murray, the rest of them will collapse like a house of cards. Not a word to that so-called fiancé of yours.
Oh, don't worry, sir. My so-called fiancé and I aren't speaking.
So you heard about Mr. Phillips' interest in my temporary secretary while you were on leave?
Interest? When I caught them, he was practically declaring a dividend.
Really? Oh, well, in that case, I'm sure I can rely on you to assist. Now, where are the ship's stores indents from CPO Pertwee?
Oh, they're here, sir, and this time he's gone abundance.
Pass the forms over and I'll sign them.
You're surely not going to approve all this lot, sir.
Oh, yes, I am. The offensive has started. If you can't fight 'em, divide 'em. With Pertwee and Mr. Phillips on my side, Lieutenant Murray won't stand a chance.
142, 143, 144. There, that's a lot. One gross of hammocks for lazy layabouts like CPO Pertwee who let downtrodden but willing able seaman Johnstons do all the work present.
I don't like it. I don't like it one tiny bit. There's something cockeyed somewhere.
Well, what's the matter then? You got all the stores you indented for?
I know, that's just it. That's never happened since old Thunderguts took over. He's ruined the system. When am I going to restore all this lot?
Well, you could always apply for a draft to a bigger ship.
Look, any more unseemly mirth and you'll cop a draft to a hotter place.
Sorry, pardon.
I don't like it, I don't. I don't like it. No, not at all, I don't. It's not rigged. No, I don't like it, not at all. No, I don't, no.
Don't you like it?
No.
Perhaps Captain Povey's sick.
He has been for years, my son. Yeah, sick of CPO Pertwee. No, it's not that. Even if he was dead, he'd postpone the funeral until he'd stop my store's indent. No, I don't like it.
Well, now you come to mention it, it is a bit strange. Who knows? Perhaps next time he sees you, he'll smile at you.
Well, how nice to see you, Chief. I see your stores have arrived safely. Capital.
Hey? What?
Oh, and whilst we're on the subject, I'd like to congratulate you on the clear and correct manner in which you submitted your indent forms, Chief.
Pardon?
I couldn't help remarking to my secretary that they were a model of correct procedure, which might well be used as an example to others.
Would you like to sit down for a bit, sir? Perhaps a cup of hot sweet tea whilst I phone for the ambulance.
Nonsense, Chief. I never felt better.
Oh.
Well, Chief, I won't keep you any longer. You've obviously got a lot to do. It'll take you quite a time to store all this stuff away.
Oh, yes. Well, now, I'm glad you brought that up, sir, yes.
Brought what up, Chief?
Well, the amount of gear that I indented for. I mean, obviously, I On some of the items, I must have accidentally put in an extra naught at the end of the number required, sir. I remember I did have hiccups at the time, so my pen must have jogged.
Oh, what a pity. Now, you're fully recovered now, I trust.
Oh, rate this name pin, sir. Yes. Rate this name pins. Never better, sir.
Oh, well, that's a relief. We can't have an efficient man like you off sick, can we, Chief?
Don't you like it?
Belt up.
Right, well, carry on, Chief. Don't work too hard. I'm just going to have a word with Mr. Phillips. If there's anything else you require, for the ship, of course.
You were saying, sir?
Well, you know what to do. Just indent for it. I'll see you get it as soon as possible. If there's any trouble, just pop round and tell me.
He's not happy, I can tell. He's definitely not happy. When he put that last lot of indents in, you're overdoing it, I said. Mark my words, you're definitely...
Talk up, you nautical natterbox.
Now, Chief. Don't say anything that might upset the smooth running of the stores. I rely on you, you know. The service needs you.
I don't like it. No, I don't. I don't like it at all. No, I don't. No, not at all. I don't. No.
Well, of course, it's just as well I know you as well as I do. I mean, if I were to take any notice of the reports on your conduct that I get from Lieutenant Murray, well, that would be a very different story.
Yeah, the sort you don't tell in front of the ladies.
No, I have permission to clobber him, sir. It won't take long. Just poomph, thud, poomph again. Ah, thud. Stretch your bearers. Over here, lads. Bring your shovels.
That'll do, Chief. That'll do. It's not Johnston you want to worry about, you know. He isn't the one who puts in those reports, is he? Just think about that, Chief. Good morning. Don't let me interrupt you any longer.
Good morning, sir. Johnston?
Chief?
He's up to something.
I know. And I'll tell you something else and all.
What?
You don't like it. You don't, you know. No, you don't like it. No, like it you don't. No, not at all. You don't like it, do you?
Got him.
Hey, Bonds, I didn't like that either. You're a rotten, you are a rotten. Dirty, stinking Bonds, Basil, rotten. No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Come in. I'm sorry to bars in, but there's a barge going round saying that the ship is aboard Captain Povey, sir.
Pardon?
I mean, there's a buzz going round that Captain Povey is aboard our barge, sir. No, sir. I mean,
Old Thunderguts is on the prowl.
Exactly, sir. How jolly clever of you to work it out. I couldn't.
Well, practice makes perfect, Mr. Phillips. Your conversation is no more difficult to understand than any other foreign language.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, I wonder what old Thunderguts wants this time.
Well, I was going to suggest we both nipped ashore immediately, sir, before we found out.
What a good idea.
I mean, if we were still here when he arrived instead of going before he does, I'm sure he'd thank us for not being here if we still are. Don't you? Hmm? I said if we were...
No, please, once was enough. Don't push your luck. Come on, let's get ashore before Captain Povey beats us to it.
Right, sir. With a bit of luck, we should miss him by at least... Captain Povey, sir. How nice to see you. Won't you come in? We're trying to get out. No, I mean,
Mr. Phillips means we were trying to get out to welcome you aboard, sir.
I'm quite sure Mr. Phillips is fully capable of saying what he means without your assistance, number one.
Oh, come now. You must be joking, sir.
Have you ever known me to joke, number one?
Well, now you mention... you wanted to see us, sir?
if it's about my navigating my way through the Admiral's barge a few times the other day, sir, I would like to say that we did go back and pick up as many of the bits as we could.
No, forget it, Mr. Phillips. These little accidents will happen.
Well, of course, if that's the attitude, there's nothing more to be, Pardon?
Feeling all right, sir?
Never better. I'm as straight as nine pins. I mean, I'm as right as 9 pins.
Excuse me, sir. Hello, number one here.
Chief Petty Officer Pertwee here, sir.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, I just thought you might like to know, sir. I think we've finally driven Captain Povey round the twist.
What?
Well, he's all beaming and bonhoming, sir. And it's not a pretty sight.
Yeah, I see. Well, I'm afraid I can't discuss it now.
But, sir, I only...
Not now.
But, sir...
That's enough.
But...
Quiet.
But...
Silence.
Aye, sir. Incidentally, sir, Would you, perchance, have put in any reports about me lately?
Well, yes, just the annual one to Captain Povey. Why?
Oh, nothing, sir, nothing. Just that now one knows who one's friends are and who aren't.
What are you... hello, Pertwee. Hello.
Insubordination from your Chief Petty Officer, number one. Crack down on him. He'll thank you for it in the end.
Well, I don't know that I'd go so far as to say that, sir. When it comes to being cracked down upon, there's none so ungrateful as a Pertwee.
I see. Well, if number one can't deal with him, I have every confidence that you can, Mr. Phillips.
Oh, now, just a minute. I never said...
Well, thank you, sir. I think I can say, with due modesty, that maintaining discipline is one of my strong points.
Are you potty?
One of your many strong points, Mr. Phillips. Oh, they haven't gone unnoticed, I assure you.
Thank you.
But Captain Povey, sir, I only meant...
Incidentally, Phillips.
Yes, sir.
My dear wife Ramona and I were hoping you might be able to come up to our place and take cocoa one evening.
Cocoa. I mean, yes. Thanks very much, sir. Sounds jolly exciting. Yes, I can hardly wait.
Splendid, splendid. It'll give us a chance to discuss your future naval career without interested parties being present.
Oh, quite, sir, quite. Of course, if you're frightened of Pertwee, Mr. Murray, sir, I don't mind dealing with him. With due modesty, I think I can say.
On the contrary, Mr. Phillips, you can't. You've said enough already.
Now, look here, sir, just because you can't...
Mr. Phillips, may I remind you that you're speaking to a superior officer?
Oh, well, of course. If you're going to pull rank, sir...
I am.
Typical.
What was that you said?
You'll have to speak up, Mr. Phillips. Apparently, number one is a little hard of hearing.
What? Who is? My hearing's as good as...
Good day, gentlemen. Good day.
Heave ho! Heave ho! Heave, that's how you great giggly greaseball heave.
I am heaving.
No, you're not. You're only hoeing whilst I'm heaving.
Well, it's all your fault in the first place. We'll never get that store's door shut. You've over-indented this time, all right. You wouldn't get all that stuff in a bus garage, let alone a ship's stores.
That door has got to be shut.
Oh, well, suit yourself. But if we manage to shut the door, all the rivets will pop out the side of the ship the other end.
Johnston.
I mean, it stands to nonsense, doesn't it? Something's got to give somewhere, innit?
Johnston.
I mean, I'll bet you're the one person who can get a quart into a pint pot, but this is half a gallon, isn't
Johnston.
it? Present.
Then heave!
Who?
Come on, one more, flat out. No holds barred. Do yourself an unfortunate. Heave! Got it, quick, bang the bolt home.
Well, that's my lot for the day, that is.
You're lucky. I think that's my lot forever. I'm not opening that door again until I've flogged at least 2/3 of it.
Yeah, well, I think you may have to, actually. Your cap's still inside.
Hey?
Yeah. Well, you asked me to put it somewhere safe, if you remember.
Johnson, you are a stupid, idiotic, dim-witted, addle-brained, left-handed, feeble-minded, bone-headed, nonsensical, infantile, half-baked, blunt-brained, puerile, unenlightened, quixotic, spoon-fed, don't-nutting, thick-skulled, beefed monster, steaming great clod!
Hello, you chaps.
And then there were two.
Hello, Mr. Phillips, sir, and if you're smart, Mr. Phillips, sir, goodbye, Mr. Phillips, sir.
What? Oh, I shan't be a minute. Lieutenant Murray, who I believe is a member of the ship's company, suggested I ought to inspect the stores.
No, some other time, sir, please.
Now, don't panic, Chief. Don't panic. Just a cursory glance will do. I'm not looking for trouble, you know.
If you open that door, you are, sir.
No, please, come back tomorrow, sir. It's in your own interests, sir. Leave well alone,
Nonsense.
sir.
Don't panic, Pertwee. It won't take me a minute or two to open this door and have a quick look round the...
have to, Chief. WREN Chasen's coming up the gangplank, and from what I've heard, you're not the one who'll have to do the explaining. Good morning,
Good morning, miss.
Good morning, Heather.
Chief,
Miss.
if you see Mr. Murray or, oh dear, what was his name? Oh, yes, Mr. Phillips.
I'm here, actually. Hello, Heather.
If you see either of them, Chief,
Hello, Heather.
would you give them Captain Povey's compliments?
Hello, Heather.
And you're to put to sea at once. A private yacht has broken loose from her moorings at Bossam Harbour and being carried downstream. She was last seen adrift between Hailing Island and the Witterings.
Hello, Heather. Hello.
Captain Povey wants you to locate the yacht, take her inboard and bring her back here.
Right, very good, miss.
Hello, Heather.
Goodbye, Chief.
Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, Heather.
Huh.
Pardon?
Out of my way, octopus paws.
Oh, isn't it nice to be able to work with such a happy ship's company?
Now, Heather, wait, I can explain. I'd rather not, but if you insist, I can. Well, it was all a mistake. How was I to know you catch me with Jan? I mean, it was just an innocent snog. That is, Heather, I was only practicing.
Johnston.
Yes, Chief?
Stand by to cast off.
Right.
Left hand down a bit.
Left hand down a bit it is, sir.
Jolly nice being up here on the bridge on our own, isn't it, Chief, eh? Just the two of us.
Most amenable, sir. Most amenable. Incidentally, sir, where is Mr. Murray?
Who? Oh, him. In his cabin, I believe. He's liable to stay there, actually.
Why, sir?
Well, he sent for me just before we sailed, and I have a feeling I may have accidentally locked his cabin door on my way out.
Locked his cabin door, sir? I mean, you can't do that, sir. I mean, it's against the Queen's rule.
Bridge, Sub-Lieutenant Phillips here.
Mr. Phillips, my cabin door seems to have jammed. What's happened to the rating I asked you to send down?
I'll send down a rating just as soon as I can spare one, sir. With any luck, he should be with you by, say, Thursday or Friday.
What?
Yeah, well, Saturday at the very latest, sir.
Mr. Phillips, sir, excuse my saying so, sir, but you're building a monster, sir. This will turn very, very nasty on you.
I know what I'm doing, thank you, Pertwee. As you said, one now knows who are one's friends and who aren't. Bridge?
Put Pertwee on! That's an order!
Very good, sir. Mr. Murray, the officer who puts in the annual reports on the crew to Captain Povey, wishes to speak to you, Chief.
Oh, does he? I shall be delighted, Mr. Phillips, sir.
Hello!
May I, sir? Thank you, sir. So can. CPO Pertwee, sir.
Chief, I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but the door of my cabin seems to have jammed.
Oh, yes, sir. And?
I was wondering if you would come down and see what you could do about...
Yes, by all means, sir. As and when I can spare the time, sir. Just at present, I'm at the helm, you understand, sir? With any luck, I'd say by Thursday or Friday, I might be able...
Never mind, send Johnston down.
Oh, I would, sir, willingly. Only just at present, he's trying to shut the store's door, sir. Even in her in like mad ears down there, sir. But you leave it with us, sir. We'll send somebody down just as soon as we can, sir.
Bridge, he's practically on his way.
Who is?
What?
Starboard lookout here, sir. Leading Seaman Goldstein chatting. And I'd like to know
No what?
why Lieutenant Murray keeps popping his head out of the cabin porthole and waving his arms at me, sir.
Oh, well, I expect he's just pleased to see you, Goldstein.
Well, I was pleased to see him, sir. But when I waved back and smiled, it didn't seem to do him any good at all.
No, I don't suppose it did.
Oh, and whilst we're on the subject of lookouting down the side of the ship, sir, I think there's something funny going on in the ship's stores, sir. The plates are bending and all the rivets keep popping out into the water.
You're kidding.
Well, come out and look for yourself, sir. Only if you do, put your tin hat on, because some of those rivets are whizzing about with no sense of respect. Ah! See what I mean?
Yes, I don't think I'll bother. Anything else?
Oh, yes, sir. I was nearly forgetting. That yacht we're looking for, sir.
What about it?
Well, sir, it's my fault for keeping you chatting so long. But, you know, we're very nearly here. on top of it.
Stone me, sir. Look, sir, we're at tiny island, entirely surrounded by tiny bits of timber.
Bridge?
Yeah, what's going on? Someone just chucked a lot of firewood through my porthole.
Oh, nasty.
Mr. Phillips, what have you done? Let me out of this cabin at once.
Well, sir, I'm afraid if you look out of your porthole, you'll get a fair idea of what we've done.
Don't be ridiculous. All that happens when I look out of there is that idiot Goldstein waves and smiles at me.
Oh, nasty again. Actually, sir, we've just located the yacht that was adrift, sir. Only a shade too late.
I might have known it. Now what are you going to do?
Well, I'm rather open to suggestions.
Mr. Phillips, don't tempt me. The first thing you better do is to send someone down to open this cabin door, and then I'll see if I can get you out of the muck as usual.
And just whose idea was it, after you belted the yacht to bits, to try and take the remains back to Bosom instead of bringing her back here?
Oh, well, we just thought if we put what was left back in Bosom Harbour, it would save trouble.
Save trouble? And just who do you think had to send a destroyer to drag Troutbridge off the sandbanks in Bosom Harbour? Lord Nelson's ghost?
Well, it was such a wide harbour entrance, sir.
Yeah, water for absolutely miles.
Swans swimming about everywhere, sir.
And it wasn't until we ran aground, sir.
We realised the swans weren't swimming, sir. They were walking.
I see. Right, gentlemen. The Admiral will be coming to my office here in a moment, and I think I can safely say that within 3 minutes of his arrival, you, Lieutenant Murray, will be under arrest for hazarding your ship.
Me? But I was locked in.
I don't care where you were locked in. I am quite sure that for once your crew will supply me with any additional evidence I may require for the court-martial. Hey, you will let me know if there are any extra stores you require after this, won't you, Chief?
The Admiral, sir.
What? Oh, room, shun. Povey, you ridiculous clown, what the blazes is going on?
After Troutbridge destroyed my barge, did I or did I not tell you to keep them as far away from me as possible?
Well, yes, sir, you
But
did,
nothing. I've just had a call from the harbour master at Bosom to say that Troutbridge has completely destroyed my yacht.
Your yacht, sir?
Are you determined to wreck all my transport?
Oh, but I can assure you, sir, I had no idea it was
Oh,
your...
leave off, Povey. I'm not a fool, you know. You were the one who ordered Troutbridge to sea, weren't you?
Well, if you put it like that, sir...
I do. And whilst we're on the subject of Troutbridge, why on earth did you approve of that ludicrous indent form from their store?
Well, that was all part of a little scheme of mine.
You'd never have got all that lot into a bus garage, let alone a ship's store.
I can explain, sir. The real officer responsible is Lieutenant Murray. The blame is entirely his, as these other members of the crew will...
Murray?
Here, sir.
Great tots of gin, Stephen, my dear chap. How delightful to see you.
What?
What? Great. Tell me. Do I take it you know Lieutenant Murray, sir?
Know him? You idiot. I'm his godfather.
Oh, no.
Now tell me, Stephen, old man, how is everything?
About your yacht, sir, you see...
Oh, forget it. I've got others. Besides, hardly your fault if Povey didn't warn you about Bosom Harbour entrance, is it? Sheer negligence on his part. Come on, Stephen, old man. You must go and have a noggin in the wardroom with me. The last time I saw you, you must have been about 15. My word, how you've grown.
Will there be anything else, Captain Povey?
No, Pertwee, I think I've got all I need now. Hello!
Henry Povey, you're late.
Oh, good grief. I mean, hello, Ramona, my love.
Don't you, Ramona, my love, me. For the past 2 hours, you've had me cocoa on the boil. It's hubble-bubbled itself stupider than a stone.
Oh, but Ramona, my love...
Ramona's talking. When she can hear herself speak about her cocoa hubble-bubbling. Now, it's not often I allow you to bring your little sailor friends home here, and it's going to be a thumping sight less often in future, I can promise you that.
Leslie Phillips, Stephen Murray and Jon Pertwee have been doing a mischief to the Navy Lark, written by Lawrie Wyman.
Leslie Phillips was the sub-lieutenant, Stephen Murray was the number 1, Jon Pertwee was the chief petty officer. Captain Povey was played by Richard Caldicot, Heather was Heather Chasen, able seaman Johnston was Ronnie Barker, and the Admiral was Tenniel. The show, which was recorded, was produced by Alastair Scott Johnston.
The Navy Lark was presented by the BBC.